Hello, boys and girls. So today we're going to be starting Module 11, which is exciting. And Module 11 has to do with comparing numbers. It has to do with deciding which number is greater than or less than, bigger than or smaller than another number. But to start out the unit, they want us to think about riddles for numbers. And so we're going to be using some of the information that we learned in our last chapter to do quick pictures and figure out these riddles. So here's the first one. My number has 3 ones. So I want to think about how would I draw a quick picture for 3 ones? Well, 3 ones is 3 dots. The second part of my clue is my number has 5 tens. So remember, the tens are those sticks. We have to imagine that is 10 little cubes within each of those sticks. So 5 tens. Now here's the tricky part about this clue. We're used to reading from left to right, and they gave us this clue with the ones first. But when we're counting numbers with our quick pictures, we always have to count our tens first. So let's count our tens first. So it would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, stop, 51, 52, 53. So the mystery number for that quick picture is 53. Let's move on to this next clue. My number has 1 1. That's an easy quick picture. My number has fewer tens than ones. So fewer, that's a tricky math word, but it's a really important one. Fewer means less than. So my number has less tens than ones. So wait a minute, I only have 1 1. What is less than 1? That would be 0. So there are 0 tens and 1 1. So it is simply the number 1. I think they're trying to trick us. The next one says, my number has the same number of tens and ones. So that would mean if I have 4 tens, I have 4 ones. If I have 3 tens, I have 3 ones. So let's take a few examples of that. So let's say I have 4 tens and 4 ones. The number 44 would be an example. Another number that would have the same number of tens and ones would be 77. Or even 11. It has 1 10 and 1 1. Okay, so my number has the same number of tens and ones. But here's our second clue. The sum, and we know that word sum is another really important math word. It means the numbers are added together. So the sum of the 2 digits is 18. So the sum of the 2 digits in this one would be 1 plus 1. So the sum would be 2. The sum of these 2 digits, 4 plus 4, would be 8. The sum of those 2 digits, 7 plus 7, would be 14. So I need one that has a sum of 18. So if I know my doubles facts, I know that 9 plus 9 is 18. So 99 has the same number of tens and ones, and it also, the 2 digits, when you add them together, add up to be 18. So that's kind of a fun riddle. So the challenge at the bottom of the page says to write your own number riddle for a partner and solve. And I encourage you to write one of those for someone at your house, or even just make some up and take turns solving each other's riddles. Are you ready? These pages are usually super easy. You guys do really well. I'm not going to write on this page for you, but I'm going to read it to you. So are you ready? Complete these problems to review prior concepts and skills that you will need for this module. 1 more or 1 fewer. Draw a group to show 1 fewer. So in this box, you're going to show 1 fewer triangle than there are in this group. And remember, that word fewer is a really important math word. It means less. So you're going to draw 1 less triangle in that box. In number 2, write the number of marbles in each group. Write the group with a greater number of, circle the group with a greater number of marbles. So you're going to write how many red marbles, how many yellow marbles, and then you're going to circle the group that has more marbles, has the greater number of marbles. At the bottom, you have a chart like this at home, and I encourage you to really hang on to that. Keep that with your math book because you will use that the rest of the year to help you with math. So don't lose that. Start with the number that's given here, and then keep counting by ones. So for this one, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know how to do this. We're just counting the next three numbers by ones. Moving on, here's lesson 1. So this is Thursday, April the 2nd's math lesson. Understand greater than. I can use tens and ones to compare two-digit numbers and find which is greater. So if Malia scored 38 points in a game and Anthony scored 32 points in a game, how can you show who won the game? Okay, so if the tens are the same, they both scored 30 something, then we have to look at the ones. And Malia scored 38, so that's more than 32. And so they want you to draw to explain how you know which child won the game. So I would do a quick picture for 38, a quick picture for 32, and then we know that Malia won the game. So Malia would be the winner. Building understanding. Lexi has 28 golf balls. Michael has 32 golf balls. Who has more golf balls? How can you use tens and ones to show which number is greater? So again, when you're looking at which number is greater, the first thing you want to do is look at the number that's first, the number that's closest to the left. These numbers are in the tens in this case because they're two-digit numbers. So you're going to look at the 2 and the 3. That tells you how many tens. You know right away, it doesn't matter what numbers are in the ones place. If the number in the tens place is bigger, this is going to be your greater number. So I want you to do quick pictures there to compare. How does comparing the tens help you decide which number is greater? You'll need to write a short sentence there. Then which number is greater? So you would write 32 is greater than 28. In part D, so then we know that Michael, because he's the one that had 32 golf balls, Michael has more golf balls. Turn and talk. Jess says 28 is greater than 32 because 8 is greater than 2. Is Jess correct? She's looking at the 8 and the 2. So she says that 28 is more. Is that right? I want you to tell someone at your house whether that's correct or not. All right, draw tens and ones to show which number is greater. So we've been doing a lot of this. You should be getting great at these quick pictures. So let's do a quick picture for 24. We know that means 2 tens and 4 ones. And then we know the number 28 is 2 tens and 8 ones. Does comparing the tens help you decide which number is greater? Why or why not? So if I compare 2 tens to 2 tens, does that help me? The answer is no, that does not help me. So I need to write no, that doesn't help me. It's the same, right? I'm not going to write this whole sentence, but the first part of my question is, does comparing the tens help you decide which number is greater? That answer is no. And then why or why not? No, they both have 2 tens would be how I would finish that. So we know that 28 is greater than 24, but only because we looked at the ones, because the tens didn't help us this time. They were the same. Does it matter if you compare the tens first or the ones first? I think we're saying it does matter for sure. You want to look at the tens first. If they're the same, then you have to go on to the ones. But if they're different, it doesn't matter what the ones are. So check for understanding down here. You're going to write which number is greater than which other number. And then for the next page, you're on your own page. Karen gathers 43 chicken eggs on Tuesday and 52 eggs on Wednesday. Wow, she must have a lot of chickens. On which day does she gather more eggs? Draw a quick picture. So you're going to draw a quick picture of 43 and a quick picture of 52. Now, do you have a choice? No. Remember, boys and girls, we have worked on this word draw the whole time. It's telling us we have to draw. They gave us this space, so we have to draw. Even if you already know, and I know most of you do, which one of those numbers is greater than the other. So she gathers more eggs on, do I put a number there? What am I going to put there? What would make sense? I think I need to put what day of the week, right? So was it Tuesday or Wednesday that she gathered more eggs? And I know that you can do the rest of this page, so I'm going to let you do the rest of this on your own, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Great job on greater than, less than.